This meeting is being recorded.
What's good with the YouTube, man? It's your boy Rojo, and this is the Rojo Room. I'm joined by my boy Big Gunner from Gunners Collective, as well as Gunners Profiles, as well as we just dropped a new channel. We're going to start working on that immediately. It's called Gunner and Rojo's Reaction Room. So make sure you check it out. If you get a chance, subscribe, help us out. Let us get past that 1,000 real quick. Today, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we're going to talk about some crazy fools we know. I know one in particular. One in particular that stands out, man. Rest in peace, my boy Looney from Concord. I get out of Susanville, 1995. And I had known him for a long time. We lived in the same area, had a lot of same mutual acquaintances, man. We were in juvenile hall together. We were in the county jail together, etc. But I didn't know how crazy he was when he got into the substances a little bit. You know what I mean? Totally different person night and day. Well, we had been having this. We stayed in the same area as the opposition. You know, I was right in the middle of the area. He was right on the edge. And when I was with him, I always noticed nobody would ever throw gang signs. Nobody'd ever throw rocks, bottles, nothing. You know, the custom stuff they do when we slid through. And then I always tripped on it, but I didn't figure it out for a minute. Well, man, come to find out, he used to walk around with a squirt gun. One day we're going over this bridge right into the heart of their area. He starts running after him. I'm laughing because I'm drunk. You know what I'm saying? I know they're trying to run. They're not messing with him. They used to see him and just break, right? Well, he used to keep a squirt gun and super soakers full of gasoline. What he would do is spray them with it and then chase them around with the Zippo. Never with the intentions of actually igniting these individuals, you know what I'm saying? But more for like a mental kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't the biggest dude. He didn't have the best hands, none of that kind of stuff. But he must have done something real weird back in the past because, man, he could walk right down the middle of their street by himself. There could be a half a dozen, 10 of them dudes outside, and they just kind of watch him, let him pass by. When anybody else went through there, they're throwing rocks. They're throwing up their hood, you know, calling us the derogatory things that they call us. Man, never him, man. And I never really understood why. That gave me kind of a glimpse. And, you know, there was rumors from one of my other homeboys, Soldier Boy, as well as this dude, Joker, that he had done something real weird to one of them one time. And they just would not mess with this dude no matter what, bro. And I tell you what, I told this story before on this show right here about when they did a drive-by on my house. Well, he was there. The next day, he's knocking on the opposition's doors. I'm with him. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, we're going to go right to these fools' houses and find out who did it. Man, he'd knock on doors, bro, and, man, the opposition would answer the door, and you would literally see like fear in their eyes, bro. I don't know what this dude did, man, but there was something doing something, bro, that earned him, like, man, it wasn't even necessarily respect so much. It was just like, I seen it in their face, man. He'd knock on the door, they'd answer the door, and they'd be like, in their head, I could see him going, man, fuck. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, they need to worry more about me, really, because I'll handle business. You know what I mean? But this dude did something that nobody knows, bro. And it always amazed me when we went somewhere that, man, them dudes would scatter. It didn't matter 2 of them or 12 of them, bro. They weren't not fucking with the little homie at all.
Oh, no. What he did was he instilled fear. When you instill fear, that demands respect, some form of respect. Trip out. That reminds me of a story. That's why I wanted to get on here when you told me you were going to drop this, man, the craziest Norteno that you ever met. 2 of them I met when I was younger. I was in the youth authority, right? And there was a homeboy that got there from the city of Saho. I'm not going to say his name, man. I just chopped it up with him a couple months ago. I got finally in contact with him over 30 years. It blew his mind. Blew my mind that he was still around based on his mentality. The thought was crazy, right? But I told a story, I think, a long time ago. I'm going to reiterate it right here. Trip out on this story. Well, this right here is crazy, right? Crazy is one of the craziest motherfuckers alive. So what had happened was he was younger. I think about 12, 13 years old, maybe even younger than that. And he had a younger brother. and his younger brother was outside playing in the front, riding bikes or whatever the case may be. And there was a drive-by that had taken place between two Asian gangs, right? Nothing that involved him. And you got to understand, the homeboy, he was a lightweight young Norteno at the time. But this is prior to any politics, anything like that. He's just a young 13-year-old Norteno. You know, San Jose, that's what it is, man. He was actually from the east side. And what happened was his brother was out in the front and his brother caught a bullet. You know, innocent bystander, kid, drive-bys. That's why drive-bys are so unnecessary. But he actually got caught in between this gunfight and his little brother got killed, right? So you would think, you know, the authorities got involved. The shooter ended up getting caught up. And he watched his family go through all this. His mother was grieving. He lost his younger brother. His father was going through it. And they were like paisas, you know, hard workers. They just speak too much English. They weren't really, you know, a gang-related family or nothing like that. Just innocent people. And he was out there in the mix. So what he did was he was feeling some type of way because this happened to his brother. So the story goes, bro, that he actually went through the court case, you know, went to see the court with his parents. And this guy was smirking, this Asian guy that actually killed his brother, smirking, laughing. It was no big thing to him. So he said, okay, you want to play? This was actually a well-known guy out there at the time, this Asian guy, right? So he found out where this guy lived, where this guy's family lived. And I don't know about, and I'm not going to stereotype, but in a lot of the Asian families, man, there's a lot of them that live in a home together. You know, that's how they save their money. That's how they're able to accumulate their dough, their bread, right? They all stick together. And the program's a little differently. So he knew that this household had several members of the family. That guy also had a little brother or whatever the case may be or whatever. So what this guy did, bro, was this guy actually broke into that guy's house at night, took an axe, chopped up the whole family, threw them in garbage bags, called the cops on himself and told him, hey, you might want to get over here. I just chopped up this guy's whole family. I'll be sitting here waiting. I'll be waiting. Fool chopped up the whole family, the dog, the cat, shit, maybe even the goldfish, right? I can't call it. The mother, the father, the siblings. That's a fact. That's what he did. He was in CYA for that. And I remember the homeboys used to be like, God damn, we ain't fucking with him. And it's funny because I'm not going to say his name, but his name was actually a character from a movie that was actually a killer, right? He was a trip. He was a trip. I remember he was very quiet with the business, down for whatever, man. I've watched him stab fools with pencils, handle his business. But he was one of those homeboys, even being a homeboy and being embraced, and you kind of just watched yourself around him, because if he was willing to do that, and I understand the reasoning behind it, he did it because his brother got killed. He was out of his mind, right? But the way he did it, you know, to go in there with an axe and chop them all up. I didn't know how he subdued them. He never told me how he tied them up or how that happened, but he did chop up every piece of their family, the dog, the cat, and everything. That's a fact. And I remember he ended up going to YA, and then from there it was when he was going to turn 18 years old or 21 years old. They were going to ship him to prison or something like that. His case was different. It was a big case. People could probably Google it back in San Jose way back in the day, so it's a fact. Anyways, so another story that tripped me out, this happened about 20 years ago. I was actually running around with the regiment in Merced, and there was some particular individuals that we were looking for, bro. We were looking for them. We were feeling some type of way about them. They were what we considered degenerates, or they were dropouts, and they were pushing their agenda, and they were starting to actually gain some attention out there, man. They were putting in work. I ain't gonna lie. The individuals we're looking for were putting in work on the homeboys, the active homeboys. So we had all-point bulletin on these guys. Well, we actually tracked a couple of them down to a certain area, and we had driven by, and it was me and a couple other homeboys. I'm not gonna say their names again. And we had one homeboy in particular. He was out of Oakland with us. I'll say that. This motherfucker was a nut, bro. This fool was crazy, bro. I don't know. He had selling dope mixed up with just taking people's money and not giving them nothing. That was his form of selling dope. He was different. They just debo him, right? We're actually cruising around in my whip, and he's with us, and we go by this guy's pad, which was a brother to the guy we were looking for. And he wasn't there. He wasn't there. We didn't see his car, so I was like, dry run. We got the intel we got was wrong. Let's just jam, right? He goes, wait up, hold up. Is that his brother right there in the car with some chick? And this dude was chilling, I remember, with the chick, kissing or doing whatever the fuck they were doing, just posted up, kicking and bumping music in his car. Homeboy was like, I was like, yeah, let's get him. Let's jump out and basically make his brother suffer, because his brother was a non-active, wasn't really part of the gang, but at the same time, man, he used to be out there giving his brothers rides, and he was participating. He just wasn't known like that, but we knew. So I was like, yeah, let's get him. We'll pull up right now and beat him up, right? And he was like, Now I got another idea, right? Take me to Valero's, to the gas station, right? So I took this guy to the gas station. I was like, no, we're riding on a full tank. He goes, oh yeah, he's about to be riding on a tank too. This guy found a big old bowl. I don't know where he found it, somewhere in the back seat or something, and filled it up with 30 cents of gasoline. Can I get $1 in gasoline, right? Filled it up with 30 cents of gasoline. He was spilling gasoline all over my seats, all over himself. I was like, bro, what are we going to do? He said, go back. We literally pulled up on these people, bro. He threw gas on their car and lit them on fire, right? We did. Now, of course, no one got very hurt in this situation. It was more of a spook tactic. But even after that, bro, I'd seen this dude do several, and I mean several incidents like this, bro. This was the craziest Norteno I ever met. He was the craziest homeboy alive, bro. A lot of the things that he did, I can't speak on because Sasuke, he'll be locked up forever, and I would be too for accessory. But I'll tell you this right now, allegedly, this guy did some strange things for a little piece of change, right? Some horrible things to people. I can't even call it like an alcoholic, bro. But what I will say is this guy made me think different about the city of Oakland, right? He was such a villain out of the city of Oakland, bro. What he was doing in Merced, I can't call it, but made me not even want to go back to Oakland because he was like, oh, this is how we do it out there, bro. And he told me a story. He said, you think this is bad? This is how the homies do it out there. This is how we used to do it. I said, well, how you guys used to do it? He said, we used to dial 911, go find us an abandoned house in Richmond, dial 911, and when the cops would come, we beat the cops up and take their guns and kick them up out of there. That's how we used to get our straps. I was like, good Lord, right? He was like, it made me feel like the town I was from, we were very, very under par, right? We weren't up to par, and we needed to step our game up because these big city crazy motherfuckers, they're different, bro. He was very different. He was one of the craziest Nortenos I ever met in my life. And like I said, that other one when I was a youth, it wasn't necessarily he was crazy, but the thing that he did, it took a crazy, because not everyone could do that. See, a lot of people get the misconception, you can go, oh man, I'll go handle my business. And there's a lot of people that say that, why don't you do this movida or do this pegada or do this removal? I'd have did it. Like, bro, it takes a lot to put skill inside of a man. It's not as very simple as you think, but once you do it once, you could do it over and over again. Yeah. There's no way to describe it.
I was just thinking while you're telling that story, there's another individual from BCN in Concord, man. He's one of the originals. And hey, there was something a little off about dude too. He was the type of dude, right, where imagined or not, he always thought somebody was trying to holler at his hyena. Always. And you know that there's those one dudes that are like crazy, like in love or whatever. I don't even know if it's just necessarily in love, but it's like ultra possessive type of, there's a homeboy like that from every hood. You know what I mean? They're man, if they see their hyena even like glance up and just happen to, somebody walks by and, hey, where do you know him from? One of those type of dudes, right?
Yeah.
And man, this fool was a damn fool, man. He bro, if he seen you in traffic, noon, rush hour, Monday, middle of intersection, he'll shoot, bro. He will jump right out the car with his own license plates on that damn thing and just get to busting, bro. And it happened many occasions, bro. Hey, Snoop thinks you're messing with this girl or something or whatever. Smiley said this or somebody said that. Hey, that motherfucker be in your bushes, bro, with something to try to get you. Like, and on gangbang and stuff, he wasn't no different. He just, man, he'll pop out like right in the middle of the neighborhood, get out the car, stand and just shoot and not move or nothing. Just indiscriminately, dude, no matter who was there, no matter who's seen, didn't give a damn about no witnesses, no strategy, no planning. We're going to go do this. And it would get done, bro. And it's just, to me, that always amazed me because I'm always the type of person that my ultimate goal is to get away successfully.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, yeah, I want to accomplish this, and this, but my number one priority is for me and either just by myself or whoever I'm with to avoid being injured and to successfully pull off the getaway, bro. Yeah. And that fool didn't give a half a fuck about getting away. Nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong. He wouldn't just stand around there and wait for the cops, but when you're busted on the middle of Sycamore Drive in Summersville, at noon, 12:30 in the afternoon, broad daylight with the police station 3 blocks away, they can hear the shots and everything. You're not really you're not really functioning like in a normal thought process, bro. You know what I'm saying? But hey, one thing about that dude, he was with the shit, bro. You know what I mean? He was the type of dude that when he came around, everybody be like, man, fuck, bro.
Yeah.
You know, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? You'd be barbecuing, like he thinks somebody looked at his girl, he's over there beating up the white boys that are just some surfers or something, some skaters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it was unpredictable as hell, bro. Volatile.
I got a homeboy out of Merced, man, and anyone that's from the Merced area, they know exactly what I'm talking about when I say his name. And I'm gonna say his name because he's not necessarily will kill you, but he'll go up and try to beat your ass. And it don't matter how tall you are, who you are, where you are. This guy's with the program, man. It's the homeboy, the Lord, right? His nickname is Lordy, or the Lord from Dead End. His name's Jesus, but we call him the Lord, right? This dude's a maniac, bro. This dude's something else. He's something different, right? He's the type of individual, bro. He'll walk into a party, and me and him were always good. And thank God I was good with the man, because he'll fight anyone, anytime. But he used to say, and he had a funny accent. He was a paisa, basically. He used to walk into the party and he'd say, the Lord's going to strike lightning on someone tonight. That meant someone was getting knocked out. He'll look at a homeboy and just target him. Straight red on red. The homeboy, hey, he said, the Lord shall strike it down on that vato's chin tonight. And you'll be like, you'll forget about it. People getting drunk, everyone having a good time. By the end of the night, you'd be like, hey, what happened to the homeboy sleepy? The Lord struck down on him. He knocked his ass out somewhere in the corner. Bro, every time. I watched this vato. We were in county jail. This is old school. This is 1996. I had just got out of YA. Maybe a few months later, I ended up in the county jail doing a little 30, 45 days. I forget for what, man. Maybe got caught with something. I don't know. It's been so long. But the Lord was in my cell. There are 8-man cells. The makeup of these cells, you got bunks on one side, four bunks on one side, another 4, they're bunk beds, and then you got this like little other side where there's a shower, there's a table. It's kind of like our day room, but it's small, right? So basically a 2-room cell. And bro, there was a homeboy in there. I'll never forget. His name was Studi from Vacaville, and he was in there, and this was pre roll your mattress up, pre fucking burpees, all that. It was just Nortenos. We were all housed together. We were homeboys, right? And bro, the Lord was on the phone, and this guy Studi said, man, the Lord's been on the phone for a very long time, bro. I'm trying to use the phone. And I was like, you go tell him that. See what happened. I already knew what time it was, right? And so I'm on the other side watching TV. This back, like I said, back in the days, me and a couple homeboys from San Jose, a homeboy from Merced, we're chilling watching TV. We're trying to watch Andy Griffith. You know what I mean? Hey, all of a sudden I hear, the Lord, you better say a prayer because the Lord was going to strike you down. I said, oh, the Lord's about to strike his ass down. Bro, this dude beat him for at least 2 hours. Got on the phone, conversated with his mom, told his mom I have to go because I had to finish doing what I was doing before I got on the phone, and beat the dude another 2. I said, damn, the homeboy came around. Why don't you tell me he had hands like that? I said, bro, you know what I mean? You're dealing with the Lord, bro. I try to tell you, he's a maniac, bro. He's a legend in Merced. People know him, man. I've watched him walk into clubs, cops hitting him with the fucking electric shields, macing him, hitting him with tasers. He's running right through it, rushing cops. Just a maniac, man. He's out there in the town right now. Shout out to my boy, the Lord. Everyone knows him. That's a fact. He's
still running around to this day.
He's still to this day, bro. He went through a phase for about 10 years where he thought he was an Asian. He's one of those cats, bro. Like he speak to you in Hmong and all kinds of shit because he always dated Asian chicks. So this guy swore up and down he was an Asian from Dead End. He's funny, bro. He was going bald right here, so he had the long hair in the back. He looked like Raiden. I'm full of a trick, bro. But he's one of the homeboys. Hey, he'll never, bro, turn his back on me and never be like, man, fuck that fool, right? Like you say, because one time I was cruising with some chicks, and we were cruising down 11th Street in Merced, bro, and we pulled up, man, and he's getting jumped by like 10 dudes because he's the type, he'll walk up on anyone, just start swinging. And I jumped out the car and assisted him. Boop, 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 boop. I didn't even hesitate. I just see my boy, the Lord. I started fighting. And to this day, every time I see him, he'll say, the Lord will never forget when you assisted me. The Lord got your back forever. Let me get $20, right? He's one of those guys. But, bro,
the Lord's a special one.
I swear, there's going to be people that leave comments on here. People from Merced know him, the Lordy, the Lord Jesus. I'm telling you. Hey, it's weird, too. He has a brother named Pilate. His name's the Lord. It's weird, right? It's like his mom just opened the Bible and picked names and shit.
What's the other one's Pilate?
His brother's name is Pilate, like Pontius Pilate. His brother's name is Pilate, and his name's the Lord. And it's like I tell you, it's like his mom was reading the Bible. She was like, you know what? I'm going to name my son Jesus and Pilate. the guy who fucking died first and the guy who killed him. I mean, straight up, it was a trip. But
is the brother with the business too?
The brother's he's still activated. He's on and off with the business, man. But I ain't gonna take nothing from him. You know, I get pilot the business. But he's a different type of with the business. He's one of the homeboys you could talk to. The Lord, you don't really want to talk to him if you don't know him, bro. You're gonna fight him. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys you have to fight him before he'll talk to you. You have to earn his respect. You know what I mean? He's different.
Shout out to the Lord. Good Lord.
Hey, the Lord. That's the fact. But he's just one of the craziest Nortenos I ever met. I've met a lot of crazy ones. Shit, I met a crazy Southsider when I was in CYA, bro. This fool was different. This fool had an agenda, bro. His whole agenda. I remember talking to him one time. His whole agenda was, I need to beat up 3 guys from every compa here in this institution in order to earn my stripes. He used to tell me. I used to be like, what do you mean, bro? He was like, I don't care who they are, either black, white, brown, Southsider, Norteños. I'm gonna beat up 3 motherfuckers from every building, bro. Every time he got in a fight, he got beat up. So I'd be like, oh, so hey, look, no, for real. I told him, hey, you got you one under your belt. He said, no, I didn't win that fight. Bro, after about 10 fights, I think he quit.
His agenda?
Yeah, he said, man, I don't think I'm going to do that no more. Hey, but he was a nut. He was a nut, bro. He wouldn't hesitate. He was a real one, bro. I remember he was at South LA, bro. He was down, though. I mean, he wouldn't hesitate to fight, bro, but he couldn't fight like a motherfucker, man. I ain't going to lie. I watched this fool get his ass whipped several times, right? I'm like, oh, shit, there's your 3. He was like, and it was funny because me and him used to chop it up. Like, I was one of the only people, not even other Southsiders knew his agenda, but we just happened to get bunked up one time. We got chopping it up, and I just tell him, bro, why you fight all the time, bro? Because he would fight all the time. He was like, oh, man, I got a bucket list, and I'm going to beat up 3 people from every day. This fool took nothing but L's, bro. I was like, God damn, bro, you know what I mean?
You better check that agenda, bro.
Hey, he wasn't scared to say it too. He'd get out with the motherfucker. I remember he used to fight this the same black dude I used to fight. His name was Young Deg from PJ Watt's Crypt, man. They were slanging him too, but Deg got him. Deg got him barely, slightly, but Deg got him. And I was like, and he was the type too, bro. He'd be like, all right, you got me. About Thursday, Friday, when I heal up, we'll do it again. You know? I was like, this motherfucker's with it. Anyways, that's just some of the crazy people I met, bro, that were gang members. That were just fucking nuts, bro.
That's right. All right, you two, man. A little comedy, a little bit of enlightenment on some of the characters you stumble across in that lifestyle, man. My boy Gunner, Gunner's Collective, Gunner's Profiles, Gunner and Rojo's Reaction Row. You already know what it is with me. It's your boy. You guys have a good rest of your Monday, man. We appreciate you, and we're out.